Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today we are back with another edition of Trip Rips. Today we are opening these packs of 1991 Donruss, 1992 Upper Deck, and 1993 Fleer. No tops today, just the other guys. I think this is 91 Donruss. We're going to open up and find out. But this is a new thing that I'm starting out. I did it a couple weeks ago. I did the first one of these, the Trip Rips, and we're just going to open 3 at a time. That's kind of the plan here. So let's see what we get in this pack of what I think is 91 Donruss. It's a little bit hard to tell with some of these packs. It doesn't really say on the front what they are, but let's see who we get here. All right, got the puzzle piece. That seems like, unfortunately, some of the this is 91. So it looks like you do see the signature of Dick Perez there, so there is that at least. But yeah, unfortunately, this got some of the wax adhered to it over the course of many years. So let's see what we got. Mackie Sasser, catcher for the Mets, who I believe was also a manager or a coach at some point. Mark Grant with the Braves. Braves heading into their great era. There's Kenny Rogers. Long career, not the gambler, but long career with the Rangers. Quite a few good years with the Tigers as well, especially late in his career. And somebody not quite a Hall of Famer, but I think that his numbers maybe stack up more favorably than you might expect. Really nice Diamond King. Speaking of Mr. Perez there, really nice Diamond King picture of Brian Harper. This would be the year that the Twins win the World Series, so he is the big catcher as part of that. So there you go. All right, big hit there of Mr. Greg Maddux, who is the subject of a new documentary on MLB Network that I have not yet watched. So excited to watch that, excited to see that. There was a question that popped up on Twitter recently. I think it was from Baseball History Net about what pitcher would you want in Game 7 of the World Series. I think that was mostly the question. And the choices were Greg Maddux, Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson, and Roger Clemens. And as much as it pains me to say this, with Pedro on there, I have to say that if I needed to win one game, if I needed to win a Game 7, I would probably want Greg Maddux, just for the sheer fact that I know exactly what I'm getting from him. And I don't think you could quite say that about the other 3 guys. Pedro and Clemens both kind of famously not great pitchers in big games. Randy Johnson was, but the fact that he was such a power pitcher maybe leaves him open for a bit of wildness. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Of those 4 pitchers, who would you want to pitch in Game 7 of a World Series? So let me know your thoughts. But Greg is going to go right there. It's Ron Karkovice. I love Ron Karkovice, one of my favorites. Such a great look. Backup catcher for many years to Carlton Fisk. Bryn Smith. These cards are so quintessential 90s. Dave Bergman, longtime member of the Tigers there. Luis Rivera was a shortstop for the Red Sox when I first started watching the Red Sox. You can see, well, that's such a great getup there. Great, the great glasses. Just awesome. Love Luis Rivera. Hey, here's another Hall of Famer, another guy you've heard of. Cal Ripken All-Star card. At this point, Ripken is really effectively is one of the top 5 players in the game at this point, in the midst of his record streak. And this is showing that he was 0 for 2 in the All-Star game that year, and not really a lot of great numbers. I think it's like the year after this, 92, that they have the All-Star game at Camden Yards after it opened. So that's cool. All right, so Cal will go right there. A couple nice Hall of Famer hits in this pack so far. Pete Harnisch, really good left-handed pitcher for quite a long time in the MLB. Bobby Witt, Bobby Witt Sr., the father of Bobby Witt Jr., who is having just an absolutely unbelievable season with the Royals this year in 2024. Will not be the MVP. That's going to be Aaron Judge. But Bobby Witt Jr. will probably finish second, and then Jarren Duran will probably finish third. There's Dave Parker. Here's a question for you folks. Let me know in the comments. Do you believe that Dave Parker belongs in the Hall of Fame? I think based off of some of the guys who are in, I think you could definitely argue that he deserves it. And he ended up with, the 328, somewhere closer to 350 home runs, and really long, good career. I think he gets dinged because of the fact that he was mostly a DH. But there's Dave Parker, is good guy. Tim Nearing, who growing up as a Red Sox fan, a guy who I loved watching him play. He unfortunately never really could stay healthy, but he ended up sort of ceding that role to Nomar. And then there's Trevor Wilson. All right. Let's open this pack now of 92 Upper Deck. And of course, these are the foil packs, which are, the Upper Deck made these packs to purposely be tamper-proof for that reason, that they just don't want them. These packs have always been tamper-proof. So that's why I'm still hoping that someday I can get my Ken Griffey Jr. rookie out of the original packs of 89 Upper Deck. But anyway, here's Greg Swindell, really good left-handed pitcher. I believe he was teammates at the University of Texas with Roger Clemens. Dickie Thon, I feel like as a kid I had like a million Dickie Thon cards. He's had a bunch of years, I believe, with the Phillies as well. Mike Bilicki, good pitcher. I believe he was mostly a reliever. Andres Galarraga, the big cat. I guess I forgot that he was even with the Cardinals. He was with the Expos for a while and then Cardinals. And then I think most people think of him as for his years with the Rockies, when he just was such a dominant power hitter. El Gato from Venezuela, great power hitter. There's George Bell, who was also, I think maybe he was like an MVP one year, right, in the 1980s with the Blue Jays. And, I think it was that 87 year when he had 47 home runs. Great power hitter. And a good player for quite a few years. This is one of the problems with the Upper Deck cards, is the cards flip. Bill Kruger with the Twins. This would be, of course, the Twins are coming off winning the World Series, is another one. John Smiley. Chris Nabholz with the great Expos uniform. So good. Here we go. There's another Hall of Famer we pulled. We pulled some good Hall of Famers today, and that is Paul Molitor, 3000 Hit Club. One of my absolute favorite players to watch as a kid. Such a great professional hitter, not a big power hitter, just a guy who believed in getting on base, not striking out, putting the bat on the ball. What a concept, right? So, all right. Paul Molitor is going to go there. He had a long hitting streak also at some point in the late 80s, right? It was I think it was 87, 88, 39-game hitting streak. Dan Gladden, good hitter for the world champion Twins. Mickey Telton, one of my favorites, had the was a switch hitter, had kind of weird batting stance. He would sort of hold the bat low. Good catcher, and it was kind of designated hitter later on. I'll get back to Ozzie in a second. I think that there's Mark Langston, really not. Oh, no, sorry, that's Jim Abbott. Sorry. I should know, because Jim Abbott famously born without a right hand and still made it to the big leagues anyway. One of the most inspiring and incredible stories ever in the history of sports was that Jim Abbott went to the big leagues, not only made it to the big leagues, but was excellent for many years. John Cerruti. I don't know what Tommy Lasorda is trying to do to Bob Ojeda there. Look at the look on Bob Ojeda's face. He seems not happy about this series of events that's happening right now. It's pretty great. And then last one, of course, the Wizard of Oz himself, Ozzie Smith, making the play at shortstop, as he always did. He made every play at shortstop. One of the greatest defensive players ever. Whoops. Of course, I lose everything as I try to move some things around. There we go. Nice save there, Jake. All right, Ozzie Smith. Can't beat him. All right, let's rip the pack of 93 Fleer then, and see what we get in here. I still can't get over that Bob Ojeda and Tommy Lasorda card. Bobby Ojeda looked like he would rather be literally anywhere else. All right, once again, having some trouble here. Okay, got this one open. And let's see who we got in this pack of 93 Fleer. This would be my prime era of ripping packs as a kid, would be, 93, 7 years old, obsessed with baseball, as if somehow I'm not still basically just as obsessed with baseball. Bill Spears, Mitch Webster, Scott Lewis, Davey Martinez with the signed by Giants there. Dave Martinez was a really good hitter and a really good guy for a long time in the big leagues. But He, of course, became the manager of the Nats, which he's still doing. There's Joe Carter. This is the round trippers, very appropriate. This, of course, being the year 93 that he hits the walk-off home run in the World Series that wins it for the Blue Jays over the Phillies. Greg Litton. Rich Monteleone. I don't remember him at all. Paul Gibson. This is not the greatest pack. Brooke Jacoby. I feel like I had a million of his cards. Calvin Jones. Yeah, this is... Tim Leary was a good pitcher. He spent some time with the Yankees, too. Todd Pratt, good pitcher. Good catcher for a long time. Jim Eisenreich, he was very good. Jimmy Jones, the Astros, he was Jimmy Jones. And there's John Dobson. So, all right, I forgot to put up the Ozzie Smith. But in these first two packs were really good. Last one, not so good. But basically, let's just go through what we got here. We got, I'll just show you Cal Ripken. Ripken will go there. We got Greg Maddux. Put Greg right there. And then we also got Paul Molitor and Ozzie Smith. So those guys will go on the side there. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought. Let me know the answer to those questions you thought. Who would you want of those four pitchers I mentioned on the mound in Game 7 of the World Series? Maddux, Pedro, Clemens, or Randy Johnson? And let me know if you think Dave Parker belongs in the Hall of Fame. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching this edition of Wax Pack Wisdom. We really appreciate it. If you enjoy this content, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up. In the description of this video, you can find links to where you can follow us on all social media channels, as well as a link to where you can see which nonprofits and charities we support. And if you like this video, it would mean a lot if you could support one of those organizations as well. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.